To free motion quilt with the Singer Featherweight C240 sewing machine, you will need to purchase a free motion foot. Now I know we've talked about some of the optional feet available for this machine, and yes, this does say FOF. So head over to your local FOF store and you can purchase the foot that is called an open toe free motion foot K, and that foot will work with this machine. If you bought it from a Singer store, ask them for this particular foot as well, but if you're having trouble finding the right foot, the FOF store will also have it. So when you do take this out, you do want to be on a straight stitch. You do need to lower your feed dogs, so make sure that you reach behind the machine, lower the feed dogs down. That's that little lever back here. Push it towards the inside of the machine, push it to the right. Take your screwdriver and loosen the screw that is holding the ankle for your foot. So you do have to take the screw completely out. And here's a little tip. I usually leave a foot attached to this ankle, so it's easier to find in my accessory box, and then that way they don't get lost here. So I'm going to put that away. You also need to make sure that your Singer integrated even feed system is not engaged, so just pull down and away from you. The way this foot attaches, yes, you are going to put the screw back through that opening. You do need to make sure that this part here is above the screw that takes your needle in and out. So just make sure, it kind of wants to be there anyway, but just kind of take a visual peek that that is sitting above it when you use this particular foot. Now, free motion does take a little bit of practice, and I have linked for you in the description of this YouTube video a couple of my favorite free motion quilting classes that you can take online from Craftsy. Over time, I have worked through many of these classes and allowed myself to really kind of master this particular technique. It takes time, but with a few tips that I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you some pointers to really help you master this. So first thing is that you'll really like to have the needle stopping in the down position. So then when you stop, it will hold your last stitch. You might also like to go ahead and reduce the speed down to either 2 or 3. That way you can kind of find yourself, kind of like cruise control, finding yourself moving the fabric at a speed that you get used to. So as you start to stitch, you do need to move your fabric to be evenly, to kind of work to get even stitches. Now, we are going to talk about tension too, so let's get zoomed in for a little closer look. So first off, if you are sewing too quickly and not moving your fabric, you get lots of little tiny stitches. That's not good. If you sew not fast enough, you sew really slow and you move your fabric too far, you get really long stitches. And that's that practice point of being able to kind of find a happy medium, a speed the machine can run. That's why I reduced the stitch speed down to either, like I said, kind of the middle size, 2 or 3. And then that way you can really start to get a feel for how fast to move the fabric. I'm always pushing down on my foot control at the full speed, and then again I can kind of start to practice more to get those stitches even. So let's take a look. I actually have 2 different threads in the machine on purpose. The upper thread has a variegated thread, and then I also have just a solid pink thread on the back. So what I'm looking for is a nice balance of stitch. Now you will notice that these stitches, that's where I was really, really long. You are going to get some ugly looking tensions if you get stitches that really pull. Where they're really close together, sometimes you might see, like here, you see how those little dots are coming to the back side? So traditionally, I find that I usually need to adjust my top tension tighter to get a good looking stitch for free motion with a machine like this. So let's go ahead. I moved it from 4 to 5, and then I'm going to just do a little practice here. The idea is you'd want stitches to look the same on the front and back. You really don't want to see this thread on the back, and I don't want to see this thread on the front. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit, it's a little better. I'm going up to 6. And don't be afraid. Remember, tension, we want to adjust full numbers that if we are changing it, so you can really see if we're getting the changes that we're looking for. Okay, so since this is practice, I'm just kind of meandering around. There we go. Ooh, I like that. So I'm all the way up to 6 right now, but my stitches look really good. They're looking like I have, you can't tell which side I technically stitched from. So this is just something that for free motion stitching, how to set up the machine, some tips about the speed and the needle stopping in the down position. One thing I do like about the Singer is for any reason you leave your presser foot up, you're going to get beeped at to remind you to lower it down. Some people forget that and their machines will let them stitch with it up, and then you get awful looking backside because you have no tension. So that is a nice safety measure with this machine. It will not let you sew if you don't have that foot lowered. So just have some fun. Check out some of those online Craftsy classes to help you master free motion quilting and learn some fun patterns that will truly give you a great look on your next quilt.